So today we're going to be talking about some new comparison words. So this is our first word. Can anybody read this word? It's a little bit of a tricky one. That's right, it is heavy. So can anybody tell me what heavy means? Yeah, it is. It's like something that weighs a lot. So if something is heavy, it's like probably you can't even pick it up because it's so heavy. It weighs so much. You can't even pick it up or hold it. So, what are examples of something that is really heavy? Yeah, I like those. And I have some more here. So, a car, an elephant, a couch, and I have some big rocks. These aren't little small rocks that you find out at recess. These are really big, big, big rocks that you can't pick up. So, can you pick up any of these things? No, they're way too big and heavy. So, these are all heavy things. So, this is our next word. And light, it's, oops, I just said it, but it's light. And light is actually the opposite of heavy. So, given that hint, can anybody tell me what light would mean? Yeah, it doesn't weigh much. So, heavy means something weighs a lot. So, light means it doesn't weigh a lot. So, these are some examples of things that are really light. So, a feather. Picture yourself holding a feather. It hardly weighs anything at all, right? You can just throw it up in your hand and it floats back down. A butterfly, if you've ever felt a butterfly come land in your hand, you can hardly even feel it's there because it's so light. A piece of paper and a leaf. Those are all really light things. They don't weigh a lot at all. So this is our next word. Can somebody read this for me? Tall, yes. So what is tall? Yes, something that's really big, taller than you. Yeah. So here's some examples of some really tall things. So I chose a tree. Most trees, I mean, trees come in all sizes, but most of them are pretty tall. Some tall buildings. Buildings are usually a lot taller than you. Giraffes, with their really long necks, they're super tall. And a mountain, because mountains are pretty big and tall too. So then we have the opposite word again. So can somebody read this one for me? Short, yeah. So what would short mean if it's the opposite of tall, which means really big and yeah, it would mean like small, closer to the ground. So here are some examples for short. I chose a stool, like something you stand on to maybe get taller. Um, this is a dash hound, which is a type of dog breed. Look how short its little legs are. They're really short dogs. They're super close to the ground. And then this is a little sprout, which would grow into a tree, but you ever see those little plants that are just beginning to grow and they're only about this big? Those are super short and small. So now that you guys have learned these new words, you can use them to compare. So I took the elephant and the butterfly here. So what did we say the elephant was? What word did we use to describe the elephant? Heavy. Yeah. So then what was the butterfly again? Light. So we could say the elephant is heavy and the butterfly is light. Or the elephant is heavier than the butterfly, or the butterfly is lighter than the elephant. So we'll practice more with this, but this is what you guys are going to start learning how to do with these new words. So here's another example, tall and short. So which one's tall? The sprout or the tree? Which one's tall? The tree. And which one's short? The sprout. So we could say the sprout is short and the tree is tall. Or the sprout is shorter than the tree. Or the tree is taller than the sprout. So we'll practice some more with this, but these words we're going to use to compare when we measure.